Mr. President, all across the country, people are honoring the men and women who serve as law enforcement officials during this week. Clearly, they deserve and receive recognition every day for what they do, but this is an incredibly difficult job. I was with some of our officers last night from Missouri and with family members, and I said, you know, a lot of times it's easier for you to walk out the door than it is for your family to see you walk out the door not knowing what you're going to face every day. When Senator Coons and I came to the Congress 7 years ago, came to the Senate 7 years ago, we created and co-chair the Senate Law Enforcement Caucus. It's really a privilege for me to be able to be part of that and also to speak today on behalf of those who serve us so well. This is a week in which we take a moment to recognize the law enforcement officers who've lost their lives in the line of duty. Today, I want to pay tribute to 3 Missouri law enforcement officers who were killed in the line of duty in this past year. Master Sergeant Carl T. Cosper of the Berry County Sheriff's Office was one of those, as was Officer Blake Curtis Snyder of the St. Louis County Police Department and Deputy Sheriff Paul Allen Clark of the San Francisco County Sheriff's Office. Just last month, Master Sergeant Cosper was killed in a vehicle collision while responding to a domestic disturbance call. He had served the Berry County Sheriff's Office for 10 years before that fatal accident. In October of 2016, Officer Blake Snyder was shot and killed while responding to a disturbance. He had served the St. Louis County Police Department for 4 years. He's survived by his wife and their 2-year-old son. I had a chance last night to visit with his wife again, Elizabeth, and her brother Justin, also a police officer in St. Louis County. We're here earlier this year to talk about police and families and what we need to do to really express our understanding of what those families go through. Their strength and their reliance is both humbling and inspiring, and I'm sure that they're passing along those very values to Blake's 2-year-old son. In July of 2016, Deputy Sheriff Paul Clark died from complications related to injuries he sustained in October of 2015 when he was intentionally struck by a stolen vehicle near Deloge, Missouri. Deputy Clark had served the San Francisco County Sheriff's Department for 13 years and had previously served with the Park Hills Police Department for 5 years. He's survived by his wife, 2 children, and by their grandchildren. All of these individuals are heroes, and our prayers remain with their families. But let me now turn to Senator Coons. As I said earlier, he and I founded the Law Enforcement Caucus. When we came to the Senate, we try on a regular basis to have opportunities to talk about policing practices, family challenges, mental health issues that police deal with every day. And Senator Coons, I'd like to turn to you for some comments. It was exactly 1 year ago today President Obama signed the Fallen Heroes Flag Act into law. This is a bill that I introduced along with you that provides that American flags be flown over the United States Capitol and given to the families of firefighters, law enforcement officers, and other first responders who lose their lives in the line of duty. As Senator Klobuchar so well pointed out, these are the people who run to danger when the rest of us are able to head the other way. We are grateful to them and grateful for them. And Mr. President, I think we would yield the floor with great appreciation for the law enforcement officers that are being recognized this week and the still too many names that Senator Grassley mentioned that will be added to over 20,000 officers who've lost their lives in the line of duty since the country was founded.